sir. Thank you.
No mercy, no mercy, no mercy. Let's go face to face. I embrace debate. I don't make mistakes. I just make my case. Drops mic when I'm done. One more can I say? Not bite to my tongue. I don't like the taste. I'm on and I'm on and I own my opponent. I'm always in the zone, either zoned out of zone, and then we can get it poppin'. Pick the topic if you want to skip and shine and skip and hop and took these sports and made them pop it. All right, undisputed.
TGIF, everybody. Welcome to Undisputed, live from Los Angeles. I'm Jen Hale here with Skip Bayless, or Drip Bayless, really, this morning. And, of course, Shannon Sharp. Good morning,
What?
gentlemen.
Hey, wait a second. You have gone total Bel Air. You are the new Fresh Prince of Bel Air, right?
I started wearing my slippers out here this morning.
Okay.
I did. Skip, you know your record. You know what your record is since you started wearing that drip.
Really?
Yeah, you open.
You think that's the reason?
Yeah, pretty soon you're going to have to pass that thing on to me.
Oh.
Well, if something happens on Sunday night that's not very good, then maybe I'd have to just give this away. Ernestine wants to keep it, so maybe I'll just let her wear it from here on.
Good to shake
I'm
up
hoping,
the
well,
joke.
Ernestine, you have it next week. By next week, Ernestine will be wearing it.
A little new mojo. All right, a jam-packed show today. Speaking of Sunday night, will the Cowboys beat the Eagles and snag first place in the division? And is Tom Brady being disrespected in the latest quarterback rankings?
No.
First, though, we need to start with reigning MVP Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs from last night. Man, the Chiefs bounced back from last week's defeat with a statement 30-6 victory. But that W carried quite a hefty price tag. Mahomes dislocating his right kneecap on a quarterback sneak in the second quarter. The reigning MVP would thankfully end up walking into the locker room under his own power, but he did not return to the game. Teammate Travis Kelce said Mahomes' knee, quote, didn't even look like a knee. It was all out of whack. After the game, Mahomes tweeted, awesome team win. Love my brothers. Thank you for all the prayers. Everything looking good so far. He also gave the post-game locker room speech. According to reports, Mahomes expected to miss at least 3 weeks. Shannon, is Andy Reid to blame for calling this QB sneak?
Yes, and I tweeted it immediately, Skip. I said this is a dumb coaching move. Your quarterback has been injured, nursing an ankle injury since week 1. He hurt it in Jacksonville, and it hadn't gotten any better because, Skip, it's hard to, like, when you get an injury, it's hard to heal the injury when you have to practice on Wednesday and then you play again on Sunday. And if you remember, Skip, he got it stepped on several times against Colts that Sunday night game. So that injury has really never healed from week 1. He got it stepped on again, I think it was week 4. Lost back, week 4. And so here we are again. No, Skip, you can't do that. See, I understand. Football is an inherently dangerous game, and there's a risk every time you step on the field. But there's also something called an unnecessary risk. Skip, he has an injured ankle. Why would you put him in harm's way by asking him to run the quarterback sneak? And I know everybody's saying, well, Shannon, but he didn't hurt his ankle. Well, let me tell you something. I've had ankle injuries. And when I had my first ankle injury in 1993, guess what I had to have off-season surgery on, Skip? My right knee. You know why? Because all I did was compensate. Because I didn't want to put pressure on that left ankle. I ended up compensating so much, I hurt the right knee. You don't put him in harm's way. I'll give you a perfect example, Skip. Peyton Manning. Once he hurt his neck, guess what they never did again? They never ran a quarterback sneak on 3rd and 1, 4th and 1. You have running backs. Skip, I can see, Skip, if it's the AFC Championship game, if it's the Super Bowl, or if it's to get your team to win a game, Skip, I got no problem with that. Skip, this is the 7th game of the season. Everything that you hope to accomplish is riding on the right arm of that guy. If you think you can go anywhere, I don't care if you got Sammy Watkins, Tyreek Hill, or whatever else you got. Everything that you want, that you hope to accomplish is based on 15 and his health. They say 3 weeks, hopefully that's the minimum. But Skip, you can't put this kid in harm's way. Andy, you're smarter than that. That's Denver. If you can't beat Denver, and you saw the way the game was going, Skip, they went down and scored. Denver got out the box early. You follow them up, you get a lead. They don't do anything. You take you kick the field goal. Now you're up 10-6. You get the ball back and you're driving again. Skip, why? You don't put the kid at risk in a game of this. It means nothing. You're gonna win this game. I totally disagree with the call. I don't know why you would put him in harm's way in a regular season game. It's an unnecessary risk that you didn't need to take. Yes, I understand that there are risks involved in football, but unnecessary risk is what you try to avoid. So I placed this at the head coach. Well, if Andy called a play or if Eric Bieniemy, offensive coordinator,
Andy called the play.
Okay, well, I fought Andy.
Okay. So just for the record, you did pick Denver to win this game. I picked Denver to win. Mark Schlereth picked Denver. So everybody on Undisputed picked Denver. I think Jenny actually picked Mahomes. Whatever. But the three of us said Denver, Denver, Denver.
Right.
So Patrick Mahomes and company had just lost 2 straight home games. I think there was a level of desperation in a big division game on Thursday Night Football. So I don't think it was just Denver. It looked like just Denver last night because that was all-time embarrassment for your old franchise at home on that stage.
That was hard for me to watch.
Okay, now back to your premise. I can't tell you how much I disagree with your premise, and here's why. I started covering this game of pro football back in the mid-'70s when I covered Don Shula's Dolphins for the Miami Herald. Then it was Chuck Knox's Rams, and then it was the Cowboys of Tom Landry and Jimmy Johnson, and then I got to know Bill Walsh very well when he was the advisor-in-chief for the 49ers. So I've been around a lot of pro football, a lot of great minds. I cannot remember ever any quarterback ever getting hurt on a quarterback sneak in my time. I Googled it and found that Tom Savage, who's no longer in football, in one of his few starts for the Houston Texans, did suffer a concussion on a quarterback sneak. And so I looked at the play, and it opened up so quickly that he was shocked that there was actually a big hole there. So he just kept going with his head up and just then hit helmets with the linebacker head on, who had a little full head of steam.
Yes.
So I get that one.
Right.
Freakish. Now to this play. Who is the greatest quarterback sneaker of all time? This isn't even close.
Tom Brady.
I tweet that all the time. Greatest quarterback sneaker ever. Tom Brady has run the quarterback sneak. It's hard to count them, but it's over 200 times in his career. Tom Brady has willingly run the quarterback sneak that he loves so much. It's his pet play, his favorite play. And just a week ago on this same Fox stage, the big Thursday night stage, would you believe Tom Brady ran 5 quarterback sneaks that night? 5. And guess what? He scored twice on quarterback sneaks. Just for the record, could we see these quarterback sneaks? Tom Brady there he is. He's just crashing headlong into the pile. So after that game, Julian Edelman called Tom Brady the GOAT of quarterback sneaks. He's the GOAT of GOATs. We know that. But that's how much he loves that play and how successful he's often been on that play. So this is the quarterback that you say protects himself like no other quarterback has ever protected himself in the history of football. Am I right?
Yeah, but Skip is different.
Okay,
though.
It's not. Let me finish. So this is the guy who gets rid of the ball quicker than anybody's ever gotten rid of the ball to protect himself. He's 42 years old, and he ran 5 quarterback sneaks in this same game 1 week ago on Thursday Night Football. And he's so overprotected by the referees, as you say. They even created the Tom Brady rule after what happened to him, Bernard Pollard, first game 2008.
Correct.
Pollard fell into his legs as they were playing it as he got rid of the football, and they said, you can't do that anymore. So he's completely protected, and the last thing in the world Tom Brady wants to do is put himself in any harm's way, because he's already on record as saying, I want to play until I'm 45, but I'm still sneaking like mad. I'm going to sneak because I know how to quarterback sneak. I picked the hole. I know it because we have studied the tape and we know where the vulnerability is in the defense. And I duck quickly and I leg drive forward and I burrow under the pile. Well, a lot of big bodies are going to fall on top of you, but they're not going very fast, right?
Right.
They're just going to fall on top of you. But apparently Tom Brady believes that's not a very risky play, because I think he thinks there's no risk in the play.
Let me ask you a question. Tom Brady has a partially separated left shoulder.
Okay.
They're running quarterback sneak.
Okay, he doesn't have a partially...
That's my point! He was injured!
Neither does Patrick
He
Mahomes.
was injured!
He's got an ankle injury. Are you kidding me?
Skip,
Stop
come on,
it.
Skip, stop it.
Stop it.
Skip,
Tom,
stop
wait
it.
a second. Hold on just a second. I got you. Tom Brady had a calf injury that was so bad. Well, he did. He was not practicing. What did we say? Why did they go get Cody Kessler? What would the Hall of Famer tell me? They got to throw footballs in practice, and Tom Brady can't throw any footballs, right?
No, that's not
so he is still quarterback sneaking with a calf injury that was so bad they had to sign a third quarterback.
Yep, they signed.
I'm sorry.
Yep, they signed the third quarterback because they didn't want the backup taking all the reps with the regulars.
First Things First is sponsored by Ram Trucks, built to serve.
Welcome in to First Things First. I'm Sarah Kustok filling in for Jenna Wolf. That's the Hall of Famer, Chris Carter. That's Nick Wright. I would say happy Friday and ask how you guys are doing,
but I knocked that out
I
your
think
hands.
we already know the answer.
Yeah.